In a world where fingers dance across keyboards at the speed of thought, there's a quiet rebellion brewing. A growing number of people are trading in their touch screens for something far more tactile, far more deliberate, the pen. But why? What drives someone to choose the scratch of a pen on paper over the instant gratification of typing? To understand this, we need to peek into the minds of these scribblers, to explore a trait psychologists call sensory processing sensitivity. This isn't about nostalgia or some romanticized notion of the past. It's about control, about intentionality, and about the way our brains are wired. And as we'll see, this preference for writing over typing isn't just a quirk, it's a clue into a deeper, more thoughtful way of processing the world. What can we learn from these writers? And what can their choice teach us about our own habits, our own minds? Let's dive in. You possess an innate understanding of the tactile and kinesthetic, finding a profound connection between the physical act of forming letters and the clarity of your thoughts. This isn't about an aversion to modernity, it's about optimizing your cognitive flow through a richer sensory input, a subtle energy conservation that allows for deeper engagement. The pen moves in a dance, each stroke a deliberate step, a physical manifestation of thought. This is not merely a preference for the old ways, but a strategic choice rooted in the science of sensory processing. The tactile feedback of a pen on paper is a rich, multisensory experience. It engages fine motor skills, provides resistance, and creates a tangible result. This is not just writing, it's a full-body experience that grounds thoughts in reality. It's like the concept of embodied cognition, where physical actions influence mental processes. The brain doesn't just think, it feels, moves, and interacts with the world. Each letter formed is a conversation between mind and hand, a dialogue that clarifies and refines ideas. It's not nostalgia, it's a cognitive hack, a way to optimize the brain's natural processes for maximum clarity and creativity. The energy expended in typing is different, a rapid, almost ethereal dance of fingers on keys. It's efficient, but it's also a different kind of engagement. Like the concept of float in psychology, the state of being so immersed in an activity that time and distractions fade, writing by hand is a different kind of flow. It's not about speed, but depth. It's like the difference between skimming a book and savoring each sentence. The physical act of writing slows down the mind, allows for contemplation. It's a form of active engagement that encourages deeper processing. The brain isn't just transmitting thoughts, it's shaping them, refining them, understanding them. It's a subtle form of energy conservation, not in the sense of exertion, but in the sense of focused, meaningful engagement. This preference for the tactile isn't about resisting change. It's about leveraging the tools that best serve the brain's natural tendencies. It's like the biophilia hypothesis, the idea that humans have an innate tendency to seek connections with nature and other forms of life. In this case, it's not about nature, but about the physical world, the tangible, the real. The brain is a prediction machine, constantly anticipating and reacting to sensory input. Writing by hand provides a steady stream of that input, a constant feedback loop that sharpens focus and enhances understanding. It's not about the past, it's about the present, about using what works, what feels right, what makes sense. It's a rational choice, a strategic move in the game of thought and expression. Your preference is a testament to your commitment to authenticity, a quiet rebellion against the performative nature of digital interaction. You recognize that the deliberate pace of manual inscription allows for a more honest distillation of your inner landscape, a refusal to let your voice be flattened by the expediency of the interface. The act of writing by hand is a tactile dialogue with one's own thoughts. It's a process that engages the mind differently than typing, which is often characterized by its speed and efficiency. When you choose to write instead of type, you're opting for a slower, more deliberate form of expression. This preference aligns with the concept of flow described by psychologist Mihai Csikszentmihalyi, a state of deep concentration where you lose track of time. Writing manually can induce this state, as the physical act of forming each letter requires focus and attention. The deliberate pace of manual inscription allows for a more honest distillation of your inner landscape. It's not just about the words you put on paper, but also the pauses, the crossings out, the arrows connecting thoughts. It's a visual representation of your cognitive process. This aligns with the psychological concept of automaticity, where overlearned behaviors like typing can bypass conscious thought, potentially leading to less reflective communication. By choosing to write, you're opting out of this automaticity, ensuring that your voice isn't flattened by the expediency of the interface. Consider the scenario of a poet crafting a verse. The slow, methodical act of writing each word allows for a deeper engagement with the language, the rhythm, the meaning. This is not just about the end product, but the process itself. It's a quiet rebellion against the performative nature of digital interaction, where responses are often shallow, quick, and driven by the desire to be seen or heard. By choosing to write, you're refusing to let your voice be diluted by the noise of digital discourse. Instead, you're creating something tangible, something that exists in the physical world, a testament to your commitment to authenticity. This preference is not just about the medium, but about the mindset that drives it. You engage with information at a different resolution, where the nuances of each stroke and the texture of the page become integral to your processing. This isn't inefficiency, it's a sophisticated method of anchoring abstract thought to a tangible reality, ensuring a more robust and integrated understanding. When the pen meets the paper, a dance begins. Each stroke, each curve, each pressure variation is a conversation between the mind and the hand. This is not merely about writing, it's about engaging with information at a tactile level. The nuances of each stroke, the texture of the page, the resistance of the paper, they all become integral to the processing of thoughts. This is not inefficiency, it's a sophisticated method of anchoring abstract thought to a tangible reality, ensuring a more robust and integrated understanding. Consider the concept of embodied cognition, which suggests that our physical experiences shape our cognitive processes. For those who prefer writing, the act of forming each letter manually enhances memory retention and comprehension. Studies have shown that students who take notes by hand perform better than those who type, precisely because the slower, more deliberate process of writing allows for deeper encoding of information. The tactile feedback from the pen and paper creates a multisensory experience, making the learning process more vivid and lasting. Moreover, the texture of the page provides a grounding effect. It's a form of sensory processing, where the physical interaction with the paper serves as an anchor for abstract thoughts. This is akin to what philosopher Maurice Merleau-Ponty described as the lived body, where the body's interactions with the world shape our perception and understanding. The rough or smooth surface of the paper, the scent of the ink, the sound of the pen gliding across the page, all these elements contribute to a richer, more immersive cognitive experience. This tactile engagement also fosters a deeper connection with the content. When you write, you're not just recording information, you're actively engaging with it. This active engagement is supported by the production effect, a psychological phenomenon where producing information, like writing it down, enhances memory more than simply reading or hearing it. The physical act of writing forces you to slow down and process the information more carefully, leading to a more profound understanding. Just as a musician understands the music in a way a listener does not, a writer understands the content in a way a typist does not. The act of writing is your communion with presence, a way to inhabit the moment fully. It's in the mindful pressure of the pen, the unfolding of words, that you experience a deeper resonance with yourself and the ideas you explore, a deliberate cultivation of your being in the world. The act of writing by hand is a tactile, sensory experience that grounds individuals in the present moment. The physical act of putting pen to paper engages the brain in a unique way, fostering a deeper connection with one's thoughts and emotions. This phenomenon aligns with the psychological concept of embodied cognition, which suggests that physical actions can influence cognitive processes. The deliberate, mindful pressure of the pen on paper creates a rhythmic, almost meditative flow, allowing writers to immerse themselves fully in the act of creation. It's not just about forming letters, it's about forming ideas, shaping them, and giving them life. This tactile engagement can lead to a state of flow, a concept introduced by psychologist Mihai Csikszentmihalyi, where individuals become completely absorbed in an activity, losing track of time and self-consciousness. The act of writing becomes a dance between the mind and the hand, each stroke a step in a delicate, intricate ballet. The resonance that comes from writing by hand is a testament to the power of slow, deliberate thought. In a world dominated by instant gratification and rapid-fire communication, writing offers a sanctuary of patience and reflection. It's a chance to pause, to ponder, to let ideas marinate and evolve. This process is akin to the philosophical idea of slow thinking, championed by psychologists like Daniel Kahneman, who distinguishes between fast, automatic thoughts and slow, deliberate ones. Writing by hand encourages the latter, allowing for more thoughtful, considered expression. It's in these moments of quiet contemplation that profound insights often emerge. The act of writing becomes a dialogue with oneself, a way to explore and understand one's own thoughts and feelings on a deeper level. Moreover, the physical act of writing can enhance memory retention and understanding. Studies have shown that writing by hand activates different parts of the brain than typing, promoting better learning and recall. This is because writing requires more time and effort, forcing the brain to engage more deeply with the material. The deliberate, mindful pressure of the pen on paper creates a physical connection to the words, making them more tangible and memorable. This tactile engagement can lead to a state of deep processing, where information is encoded more thoroughly in the brain. It's not just about getting words onto a page, it's about internalizing and understanding them. This deliberate cultivation of one's being in the world is a powerful tool for self-discovery and personal growth. It's a way to inhabit the moment fully, to savor the journey of thought and expression, and to connect with oneself on a deeper level. So, here's the deal, preferring writing over typing isn't just about nostalgia or aesthetics. It's about control, mindfulness, and even a dash of rebellion. Like Viktor Frankl, who found freedom in the very act of writing in the most oppressive of circumstances, these writers find their voice, their autonomy, in the stroke of a pen. But this is just the beginning of our journey into the psychology of choice. Next time, we'll dive into another fascinating topic, the minds of those who choose silence over small talk. Why do they find solace in solitude? What does their discomfort in chatter tell us about the human need for connection and understanding? Don't miss out, hit that subscribe button and join us as we continue to unpack the intricacies of the human psyche.